I'm Robert. I'm going to be talking a little bit about the AirPods Pro 3. I'm going to give a quick review of them, talk about their main features, what I love about them, why we bought these in the first place, and maybe who should and shouldn't buy them. So I'll jump right into why we bought these in the first place. Apple has accessibility features that they implemented. Our main goal was to use the new hearing aid feature and live translation feature as well at the same time with my father-in-law. For example, during the holidays when we sit around, he's not always part of the conversation because he doesn't speak fluent English and he doesn't hear well. In fact, he has severe hearing loss, so he has to wear hearing aids all the time. It doesn't feel very inclusive if he's just sitting there eating by himself or everyone starts laughing. You know, he might laugh along, but not really sure why. We want to get him involved in the conversation. And there was a glimmer. The hearing aid worked and the live translation worked. I made a comment and I was just speaking English. He heard it and he chuckled to himself. That's kind of what I was really hoping for, was just a live engagement. With the hearing aid feature primarily, that's the biggest limitation, is the volume doesn't get to the level that we really needed it to. He has profound hearing loss. And these don't do that. These don't go up that high. They say it's for perceived mild to moderate hearing loss. I think the reason why is because if you turn up the volume super high on these AirPods, it's going to try to go back. You know, it's right there where the microphone is listening as well for noise cancellation. So it'll hear what's coming in, block all that out, and just spit out what you're supposed to get. But if it's spitting out too loud, it's going to start to get feedback, like a mic at a party, which is why the volume didn't get that high. Now for me, not having hearing loss, it's super loud. If you have mild or moderate hearing loss, like they say, these will probably be great for you. But where your hearing loss is severe, it's just not going to meet the mark. You can even take a hearing test to see what kind of sounds are harder to hear, like lower sounds or higher pitch sounds or mid-range. It'll test out all that stuff. You can take that test in the app. It's pretty straightforward. Definitely check with your doctor first. Don't trust just the AirPods. Anyway, the other thing was the translation feature. Now that worked pretty well. One of the limitations with the translation feature is if you're going to use the AirPods with the translation, and let's say you're eating, maybe you're looking down at your food or you're looking off somewhere and someone says something, you're gonna only get one voice. It's the AI voice. So you don't actually know who's talking. So if you're in a group of like 3 or 4, you might not know who said something. And so you may be confused as to who you're responding to. You may be responding to the wrong person. That's kind of one of the issues we had. Is I was trying to ask my father-in-law some questions. He kept responding to the wrong person because he didn't know I was the one. So that's kind of a limitation. Maybe they should, change how the voice works, a more masculine voice, a more feminine voice, something like that could probably help you determine who said what. I don't think it's really gonna beat the Google Translate or the Apple Translate natively. So you don't need to get the AirPods to make that really work for you. Sometimes it still misses. It doesn't pick up everything. It's not anything groundbreaking. Just a big feature review. The biggest thing is the noise cancellation. I found that these things are fantastic. I use them when I'm working around the house, maybe sawing or hammering. Super loud tools that definitely could damage your ears. I had these in and I felt very comfortable. The music came through that I was listening to very clearly. Even when I stopped using the tools, I realized I could hear myself speak. So as I was talking to myself, I was able to hear through that. So they do a great job of limiting loud sounds and allowing voices, something that you definitely want to hear. These offer really good battery life. I haven't stress tested the battery, but they do make a lot of big promises. 8 hours with the active noise canceling, 10 hours with the transparency mode. If you're in a pinch, you can put them in here for 5 minutes. It'll give you an hour's worth of listening time. There's a heart rate sensor for your workouts. I imagine that's probably just for correlation, because if you've got these, you've probably got the watch and you're probably already tracking your heart rate if you're doing some kind of exercise. I don't love the fit on these. The base models, they didn't have the extra little rubbery kind of bud. I don't love those. I mean, you kind of have to push them in to your ear and get them to fit just right. It also goes along with, there's some touch features where you can swipe or tap on the side. But if I get this in my ear, I'm not so great with the accuracy there. So If I'm gonna use that sort of like tap feature to pause, to play, I'm gonna have to, you know, touch my hand to my face and then get it just right. Even then, I got it wrong, and I've got a camera right in front of me. The audio quality is good. I've got the Bose headphones, which I've had for like 4 or 5 years, and those work really well. They've got good sound dampening, good active noise cancellation. The audio comes in real clear, much better than these, I would say. These are probably good for mixed use, like if you're out running, playing a sport, exercising, and you want to cancel noises but also listen to your music. These are more, I don't want to hear anything, let me pop these in, because they do a great job of canceling noises. So should you get these? For our use case, the hearing aid and the translation, we really were kind of reaching for a miracle there. I would say set your expectations kind of low. It's not like a person in your ear. It's like a robot in your ear. It's not perfect. The hearing aid works well. If you have mild to moderate, what they say, then it's gonna work just fine. And if you wanna just get something for exercise, they do a great job blocking out sounds. They do a great job with the battery life and the sound quality. If you want something on a plane, these will probably work. You're probably better off with the Bose. They're probably gonna be more comfortable long-term. Something that just kind of sits gently on your ear, not inside the ear canal. So if you're in the market for the AirPods, I think these are definitely a good buy. I mean, these work really well, you know, for all of their features. Any gripes that I have are very surface, and these are really solid AirPods. You're not gonna go wrong getting these. For my father-in-law, he's gonna stick with his existing hearing aid, and I'm gonna try to learn more Japanese because, hey, I should be learning it anyway. I wanna go over there and get around. So that's it for me. Thanks so much.